Double, bubble, double, trouble. Oh, yes. So, this is a bit of a surprise for people. I've gone for two Grandstand desktop LCD games straight out of the 1980's. So, here we got Firefox F7 and then we got Scramble. Okay, as you can both see those working away there nicely. I was actually having a bit of a jam on these the other day. And I just thought I'd just throw a bit of a curveball, to be perfectly honest with you, because a few people have asked for some different things, right? You know, for example, John Bunday's asked for some Game Boy Advance stuff, and Game Zone Berberin was pretty much guessing and saying, oh, SEGA SATURN. And yes, they are coming up for Double Trouble, but I thought I'd throw a bit of a curveball on this one. Welcome back to the channel. I am the Evesham gamer TEG, and today I want to discuss Double Trouble in the sense of desktop LCD games from the 80's. I've got to be really careful here because my little black cat is right down here, and if I keep moving the chair too forward, I'm going to end up running her over, and then there will be a screech, and we don't want nothing like that. And we don't do animal cruelty on this channel. We don't do animal cruelty full stop. We fucking slit people's throats for fucking doing shit like that. Anyway, that's for another story. Crikey, I do end up going off on one, don't I? So, yeah, as I say, for this week, we're talking LCD desktop games. Now, I mean, these were my first foray into video gaming. Everyone else had things like the Atari 2600 or the ZX Spectrum, Commodore 64, even the NES and Master System, at least the people that I talked to anyway. But not one person has said that it was LCD desktop games that they got their first video game experiences from, aside from obviously walking past an arcade with your parents. But I'm talking in the home. And the one that's biggest to my heart is Firefox F7. And we're going to take a little look. I'm going to put some gameplay from both of these at the end of this video, just because it's going to require a little bit of setup just to capture stuff. But I can tell you, I mean, because I turn the sound piece first, but this is what this one sounds like when you turn it on. This is Firefox F7. That's like an echo, isn't it? This is heavily influenced by Star Wars. If you couldn't have told already, the manual actually itself. So, well, the manual is a bit of a rarity. Now, for example, on eBay, an immaculate Firefox F7 with all the bits of paperwork that it comes with is about 250 to 300 quid. There's a seller that's got all types of these that are in almost mint condition, if not mint condition. But it'd be expected to pay around about the £50 mark for this with a boxed. I was quite fortunate with my one. I've got I'd say a fairly decent box with this one. There's not really much wrong with that. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with everything, but what it did come with, which was the Grandstand company warranty card, and also it came with this. Now I've been having some issues. I couldn't figure out whether it was OBS or some other software that was causing my camera to not autofocus. I'm going to test this out now. I know it works, but it takes a moment to hold it up to the screen for it to autofocus, and then it takes a moment to autofocus back on me again. So, but I just wanted to give you like a little look at what one of these leaflets has with it, you know, and what comes with it. So I'm just going to see if I can hold that there. All right. It didn't. Oh, there you go. It has autofocus. So as you can see, the actual game itself there in the picture isn't the same as obviously what's in it itself. I'll show you the back in a minute because it's an interesting part on the back. So let's flip this round. And there we've got obviously Firefox F7, Scramble and Munchman. Most people remember Munchman and Scramble. And obviously we'll get to the other ones in a minute. Then we've got some other ones here. So obviously there's Caveman. There we go. Astro Wars, The Big Game, and Crazy Monster. There's a bit more to this as well. And I'm not going into these, but these are the LCD. See this, I don't know what you want to call these ones that are colour. I don't know. but I'm sure there might be a few there that you remember. I mean, they've got Pac-Man, you see. You got obviously got handheld versions of Scramble. Is that Mr. Munchman? I can't read it. Mr. Munchman. I can't read it properly. But yeah, interesting nevertheless. But the one thing that really gets me is this. Okay, the universal mains adapter. They're very, very hard to come by. Not impossible, but you're looking at around about 50 quid for one of these, if not more. That's crazy money. But you can find other sort of 80s stuff that was out, you know, back then, or the adapters. See, look, we're waiting for me to get all fuzzy. You probably think you've been on the pop. There we go. We're back to normal. But yeah, the adapter itself is really, really hard to get hold of. But after like a bit of digging, and I'll get back to my history with these particular systems in a second. So in the UK, Grandstand were the distributor for Tomy for these games. However, I very clearly recall my brother having a Tomy Scramble. And so I always thought there was two separate companies, Grandstand and Tomy, but no, they're not. They're all made by the same company. They're all made by Tomy. You could say a little bit like sort of, I think it was the Sega Master System or Master System 2. Was that the development was, or at least the distribution was done by, was it Tonka or something like that, or Virgin Gas, something like that. It's very similar, a similar thing. So, but there is a little bit of a difference. So there wasn't any Grandstand Tron, for example. So as I recall, and I've got these notes here in front of me, Tomy had Tron, Caveman, Scramble, Alien Attack, Rambler, but Rambler was effectively Scramble, but in the Netherlands. As for Grandstand in the UK, it was Firefox F7, Scramble, Munchman, Astro Wars, Star Force, and Crazy Monster. Now, there are a few differences there. Now, I know, for example, the Scramble, there was two different versions of Scramble. And whilst we're talking about Scramble, let's turn her on. So Scramble has two different versions. It has this version, which has the silver writing on it, and then it has the one with the red writing on it. Or the Scramble is actually in red with obviously black shadows. So, but I don't recall seeing a Tomy version like this, because the Tomy version of Scramble looks entirely different. It has like red buttons here. The layout is slightly different as well. So you may recall that, and you weren't wrong in imagining that. You didn't imagine it. There is a literal difference between these systems, but the innards are effectively the same. This one, I picked this up off, I think it was Spock in 2015, 2014 for about £4. All of these systems come with the power jack bit here, not necessarily on the side. Some of them have them on the back. Which obviously goes back to the Grandstand Universal Adapter, because you can use that. But other than that, these use, and I will just pop this out. I forget what battery size they are. Oh, for goodness sake! I can never tell. It doesn't even tell you what these ones are. But they're these ones. Oh, what does it say in the back here? CR14s, I think. I think it's CR14s. Yeah, CR14s. That'll do. That'll find out what you need. But sometimes you've got to be really careful. Not just careful, but when you want to get these back in again, they almost want to pop out at you. So you have to prepare yourself. Otherwise, they will pop out. So you have to kind of put your thumb on the bottom, and then if you're good at it, slide it down, and jobs are good. And this one's a little bit tatty, but it plays perfectly fine. As for Firefox, well, I hadn't played this for ages, and I vaguely recall, I recall really struggling to get to the boss. Now, this bit that's on the screen now, that is a sort of like a mid-level, well, it's gone now, mid-level boss. There's a bit at the very end where you've got like, it's like one piece in the middle coming down. and it's throwing all these like what I can only assume are like asteroids at you, and then the ships are coming down at you and they're firing at you as well, and it's just complete crazy. I did that in my first sitting yesterday. Obviously the game repeats and repeats and gets harder and harder, but I was really chuffed with myself to actually get through that. Now, there isn't any way to output the signal from these. I don't. If there is, it's going to take a hell of a lot of hard work, and I'm not in the game for that. But the best way to record them is just using a phone over it, and I can just see how awkward that would really be. I'll do my best. I'll do my best towards the end of the video for this, and you can check it out for yourself. I have done some video footage of these before, but I'm not going to reuse that. I'll do something fresh. Unfortunately, you will hear a lot of this then. Are you ready? It's going to be very hard for me to not give that noise, so you're going to have to just bear with it. It's very old tech. There's nothing more you can do about it. So, going back to the very beginning of the video, my history with them. So my parents bought me Firefox F7. I believe they bought it from Woolworths, and it was probably around about 30 quid at the time. What year that was, I cannot fucking recall. I'd imagine, I don't know, is there a date here anywhere that says anything on the box of when this came out? Without me having to Google it, I don't believe there is. It's not like with video games. I know, I think yeah, 1983. 1983. Adam Imports Limited, a member of the Adam Leisure Group Limited, Harrogate, England. So there you go. And there we go. The battery's a Duracell MN1400. And yeah, like this is a little bit dusty on the back here. I can't really. Maybe I'll just try and get that zoomed in there for you. Let's have a look here. Instead of me just trying to read it out. Is it going to focus? Let's just go up back with it then. No, it's not having any of it. I don't know why that is. Maybe because my fingers need to be here or something. It seemed to do it last. You did it last time, didn't it? Look. This is what I mean. This thing's a pain in the ass. Just focus, you fucking prick. Oh, give up. Give up. You get the gist of it anyway. So yeah, and it was the first one I remember playing it hours on end. That it wasn't until later on in life, like I don't know, 84, maybe 85. No, I think it was later than that when I've got my first system, which was a Sega Master System. But you know, so but you know, I would like to have some other desktop LCD games. Astro Wars a friend of mine had, so it doesn't hold that much nostalgia with me. Scramble and Firefox F7 do. Specifically for Scramble, it's the Tomy one, but I haven't seen one, not on my travels. I don't go actively out of my way to look for a Scramble, but if one comes up and I see it on a boot sale or something, I will definitely get it, but I don't really go to them so much anymore, so my chances of getting one out in the wild are pretty much close to zero. So yeah, you know, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with this Firefox F7 and when I was a kid, and obviously it got lost in the post somewhere along the line. I don't mean literally lost in the post, but through the passage of time, it's gone. And then I bought this one, yeah, 2016, I think I bought this Firefox F7, and I paid the grand sum of £15 for that. They've gone up significantly now. I know that Ben at RetroSect has got one in stock. He did have last time I was in there about a month ago, which looks like it's in nice condition. If you're after one, definitely go and get it from him. Obviously, you might want to save a few quid and might find one a bit cheaper than whatever he's selling at. But by all means, out of the two, I had a lot more fun with Firefox F7. It has the game itself has a bit more to it than Scramble. But you know, Scramble's okay. I mean, I guess I say that Scramble, the Tomy one, is the same as the Grandstand one. It is in how the game plays, but the visuals are slightly different, as I recall. That could just be, again, the passage of time has messed my memory up. So and I haven't looked online to see, to be fair. But, you know, as I say, Scramble comes a nice close second. I vaguely remember someone had Munchman and I had a quick go on it. I didn't really like it. And as for the other ones, never touched them. Never even seen them in the wild. Not even when I was a kid. Caveman, Tron, Star Force, which I do like the look of Star Force. I imagine that's quite expensive. Crazy Monster. I don't know. Is that, I don't know. I haven't seen what that looks like. But yeah, just looking at the list I got here, as I say, Rambler is Scramble. It's just called Rambler, and it's from the Netherlands and Germany, I believe. So yeah, that's my nice and easy, quick, and there we're done. Double trouble for this week. So I will leave you with some gameplay of Firefox F7 and Scramble, Grandstand Firefox F7 and Grandstand Scramble. I'll timestamp those so you don't have to watch them all. It ain't going to be that long anyway. But you know, if you've never seen them before or heard them, I think it's a real nostalgia hit, you know. So anyway, it's not been the greatest of weeks for me, so I'm going to leave it on a high note. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts below. I cannot ever do these ever again because I've only got 2 of these tabletop games, but at least it's out of the way now, and we can then move on and look forward to some of the requests made by other people, as I've already mentioned, like John Bunday, and obviously what James Game Zone Burbram said about the SEGA SATURN stuff. There will be my next 2. In what order? I don't know. But maybe I'll throw another curveball and you have to wait a bit longer. Oh, I couldn't do that. Let's stick to the requests. Right, enjoy the gameplay footage, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now. Squeaky button. Oh, come on. I'm gonna get some WD-40 on that button. Why did we get these things on the middle? No, on the left. Imagine this would drive your parents mad back in the day, wouldn't it? Fucking squeak, 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 squeak. As I say, I should have got some WD-40 on it. I'll do it next time, eh? I'm not getting nothing here, am I? Oh, he got me. Not ideal. Okay, which way are you going to go then? Are you going to keep going that way? No. Oh. Oh, you nasty. Oh, don't go into that. Oh. Is there any much more coming? Okay. I think this is the final boss. Yeah, it is. Nice. This is a lot harder than Firefox. What? Well, this ain't gonna last very long, is it? Wow. Okay. Ah. I think you get 5 lives and that's it. Oh, look, seems I'm getting what's that? What's that there? Oh, that's okay. So you've got to take out those green things right at the very end. I didn't even realise that, to be fair. I didn't move up. It didn't work. Oh. How am I supposed to get... Can you do that? Can you do it? Oh, yes. Ain't gonna last much longer though, is it? Oh my god. What the hell? Oh, you got things to deal with at the bottom as well. This is not Scramble as I remember it.